Cars, cars, cars. A lot of us really enjoy driving nice new cars. And if we can afford it, great. That's what you work hard for. It's your money. But unfortunately, some of us cannot afford it, and it's literally bankrupting many Americans. So let's talk about what's going on. Why is this happening now? And more importantly, what can we do ourselves, or what can we tell our friends to do if they're caught in this trap? Okay, let's start off with an article by USA Today. It's titled, "People Owe More Than Ever on Upside Down Car Loans." And they open it with saying a growing number of consumers are trading in cars and trucks that are worth much less than the amount of money still owed on their auto loans. And what they owe is actually shattering records, the amount that they owe. First off, if you are underwater in your current car, you know that you're not alone. There's some systemic things that we're going to talk about soon that cause this to happen. Uh, 1 in 4 trade-ins associated with a new car or truck purchased in the fourth quarter of last year were underwater or upside down, according to research by Edmunds. So you're not alone. And the amount owed on upside down loans is hitting a record. On average, consumers owe $6,838 on upside down loans. That's an all-time high. 1 in 4 of those with negative equity, 1 in 4 of the people that are upside down, owe more than $10,000 on their loans when they're trading in their truck or car for a new car. And believe it or not, 1 in 12, 8.5% of vehicle owners with negative equity owe $15,000 or more. That's a lot of money. And you know what? It's even worse for electric vehicles. We're going to get to that. But first, I want to talk about why is this happening, and be sure to stay to the end because I'm going to share what you can do if you or somebody you care about is in this situation. Okay, so why are borrowers in trouble? According to this article, for a few years, especially in 2021 and 2022, the used car shortage drove up values to amazingly high levels, which shielded all of us from being upside down. We could drive a brand new car, drive it for a year or two, and trade it in and not be upside down on our car loan. But first, many consumers had to borrow even more money when they paid high prices to buy a new car. There for a while, new cars were selling for above MSRP. And many consumers paid above the sticker price to get cars and trucks back in 2022. The second reason is used car values are starting to trend down again. New cars are sitting on the lot longer, and that's driving up incentives on the new cars and driving down the price on used cars. The third reason USA gives us is that consumers didn't have much breathing room because many of us did not put down significantly more money when they bought a new truck in 2021 or 2022. So we didn't put down more money, but that purchase price was higher. And then, according to the person they interviewed, consumers took out lengthy car loans where you often don't have to pay down your principal quickly. So not only does an 8-year car loan, a 7-year car loan, not only is your monthly payment lower than a 4-year, but the monthly payment, more and more of that is going to interest payments and not paying down the balance, not paying down the principal. I said we're going to get to EVs, electric vehicles. Unfortunately, they're even at more risk of being underwater. The average amount owed on all EVs with negative equity that were traded in to buy new vehicles was over $10,000, and that's up from a negative about $7,100 in 2022. The article goes on to say if someone had purchased an EV recently, I hope they like it. And it's not funny, but I chuckle because when interest rates were low for mortgage rates, one of the things I used to tell my clients when I was working as a financial advisor is, I really hope you like your house because it's going to be hard to sell that house and give up that low interest rate. So same thing here, this person's saying, I really hope you like that electric vehicle because you're going to have it for a while. Okay. Buyers who straight in had negative equity in the fourth quarter, they took on an additional almost $160 per month in their monthly payments and a little over $12,000 more in total. Why? Because many people financed their negative equity. So, importantly, should you do that? Should you finance your negative equity? If you're upside down, if one of your adult children are upside down in their car loans, if a friend's upside down in their car loan, what should you tell them to do? And I think the USA Today article has some good advice here. They say, hold onto the vehicle for a few more years while keeping up with the payments and the maintenance. You don't want being so underwater in a car loan that it causes you to drown in debt. And that's what's leading to these bankruptcies. Americans we're literally drowning in debt. Over half of us have $0 saved for retirement, and 80% of us have under $100,000 saved for retirement. That's staggering. And, frankly, our fascination, our love for new cars, our love for expensive cars is part of the reason, that we're going to talk about what the average car loan is here in America, and you can see that the role it plays. But first, I want to conclude the USA Today article. The ramifications for trading in a vehicle well below sea level for a brand new vehicle can be drastic and to lead to a cycle of poor auto financing decisions. So like a lot of things, the solution is just patience. Keep your car. The most economical car most of us can own is our current car. The most environmentally friendly car that most of us can own is our current car, because they don't have to make a new car to replace this car. Okay, so what is the average car loan in the United States? You're going to be surprised. According to LendingTree, for new vehicles in 2024, it's just under $750. It's $742, up a little bit from 2023. For used vehicles, it's $525. And for leases, where you lease the car instead of owning it, the payments rate at $600 a month. Okay, what is the interest rate that we're paying? The interest rate, you can see here, based on your credit score, anywhere from a little under 5% for a new car. And that's if you have the best credit. If you're one notch below that, you're going to pay a little less than 6.5%. If you're 600 to 660 points, your credit score, you're going to pay almost 10%. 500 to 600 on the credit score, you're going to pay almost 13%. And then deep subprime, folks are paying 15 to 20% for their car loan, depending on whether it's a new car loan or a used car loan. And surprisingly, according to Edmunds, nearly 1 in 5 new car shoppers are committed to a monthly payment of $1,000 a month at the end of 2024. That's a big payment. So nearly 1 in 5 people are doing that. So what do you do? For a lot of folks, think about the impact of this. Compare it to $1,000 a month. Let's say a family can save $10,000 a year, which is a little less than $1,000 a month. If you can do that, and if you can get a 7% return on your investments, you're not going to get that in a bank account, but in an investment account, it's still going to take you almost 8 years to save $100,000. So avoiding that car payment, keeping that car payment low, for a lot of folks, one of the least sacrificial ways that we can start saving more money is by driving a used car instead of a new car. If you like this video, I think you're going to like my newsletter, which you can get for free here. And the YouTube algorithm says this is the next video of mine you should watch. Thanks for watching this one. Bye-bye.